Are you kidding me?
Tell me.
Streaming, crypto, dropshipping, e-commerce businesses.
Streaming, crypto, you know what you just described? OnlyFans for men. Right? You literally complain to ABBA. All these girls. Hold on. Let me finish. You literally.
I'll let you respond right after. Okay,
let me finish. You just complain to ABBA. All these bitches are getting on OnlyFans trying to sell pics of themselves and do all that shit. Why is that bad? Because they're not working on themselves. They're not doing anything that makes themselves better. And now you're telling guys to download fucking Robinhood or go trade some shit coin in the hopes that they get fucking rich, or they start streaming, or they hop on TikTok or whatever. What? They're not improving themselves by doing that. You're not becoming. Let me finish. When you don't let me finish, it's because you're scared of what I have to say. Okay, that's the only reason you do that. I understand. I know. That's okay. That's okay.
You're very scared.
When you tell people that they have to pick up their phone and get rich, that's not self-improvement. You're not becoming a better person doing that.
Okay, go ahead, Sneako.
Okay, to start a business, you need to be a better person. And comparing an e-commerce business to OnlyFans is just goofy, because you're selling your titties and you're adding nothing to the world. All you're doing is making other people sad and creating a fake relationship that makes people sadder. It makes the woman sadder because she's just a whore, and it makes the men sadder because they're not gonna have an actual relationship. It's just a pretend relationship in their head. It's making people worse. OnlyFans does not add anything to the world besides the dopamine rush for both sides. Starting an e-commerce business, adding value to the world by sharing value, that's making the world a better place.
Okay.
Me entertaining people online, if I'm streaming, that's making people laugh and smile. That's making the world better. Funny is truth. If I'm sharing truth, that's adding value. How are you going to compare titties to an online e-commerce business?
E-commerce is you're leeching on affiliate links on trying to sell people products that you're not even producing. How is e-commerce adding to the? Let me finish. Let me finish. Damn, dude, I sell merch. I've got affiliate links. I understand how the game works. Okay, I'm not an idiot. I live here. I've done this business for 12 years. E-commerce is not adding to the world. Okay, number one, trading crypto, that's not adding to the world. You're trying to out-speculate fuck some other dude, trying to out-speculate fuck some other dude so that you're not caught bag holding when your fucking coin drops. Okay, crypto and NFT is not adding to the fucking world. 99% of these coins come and go quicker than a fucking girl opens and closes a fucking OnlyFans. Okay.
Well, encouraging people to invest in crypto is good because it takes away the government's stronghold on currency. If we can decentralize currency and we can take the wealth in our own hands, we're adding value. All the people, the government owns the currency that you're obsessed about. I'm telling people invest in crypto so you could take charge of your own money.
You're not taking charge of your own money. You're paying off other people that are going to fucking drop your shit, and you're going to lose everything. You're going to get rug pulled, and you're going to have a coin that loses 99.8% of value. Like what's happened over and over. Yeah, if you're dumb, like most of the people that are going to be listening to either of us. Most people aren't winners in crypto schemes.
I've fucked up in crypto too. I've lost money too, and you learn from your mistakes.
Here's a question. So do you think most people listening to you, do you think everybody can win in crypto?
Here we go. So Destiny is going to talk about how... he's going to talk about how Sneako is basically scamming his audience and telling his audience to not seek excellence, right? And again, this is stupid, right? Like, sure, not everybody's a winner, but telling your audience not to seek excellence, I think is a very destructive message.
Yeah, if you apply yourself.
Okay, when you buy crypto and then you sell it at more than you bought it for, how are you making money on it?
Because someone else isn't. But everybody
exactly. So hold on. So if one guy makes 10 times his money, that means for that one dude, 10 other people lost their ass. Yeah, that's how it works.
Dummies.
So not everybody can win, right? You understand that? Not everybody can be a winner.
And I even talked about this with Abba. Abba said, not everybody can get rich. Everybody can get rich if you apply yourself properly.
No, not everybody can get rich. Now I finally understand Destiny's logic here. In order for one person to get rich, other people need to suffer because the resources are limited, right? But I also understand Sneako's point. Sneako's point is most people are not seeking excellence, so most people can't get rich, but the audience that is listening to content related to seeking excellence, those men can. Cool. I got it.
If you have the right mindset, if you're smarter and you're better. So I'm encouraging people to become smarter and better. And don't be a dumb idiot. This is not my fault that I'm poor. It is.
You're not encouraging people to get smarter or better. You're encouraging people to go on their phones and look for get-rich-quick schemes. That's what e-commerce shit is. That's what NFT and crypto shit is.
No, it's not. I just on my course, the Creativity Kit, and there I'm like, I share all the values and like everything that I learned on YouTube. I'm sharing information, adding value. It's not encouraging people to just get-rich-quick scheme. It's how do you add value to the marketplace?
Okay, let's say that somebody takes your course for 4 years. Tell me what they learn.
Everything that I've learned from 9 years of doing YouTube.
Yeah, talk to me about it. How do you add value to something?
How to stay true to your word, how to make interesting videos, how to capture people's attentions, how to be funnier, how to not be self-conscious when you're vlogging in public, how to make videos that are more interesting than everything else you see online.
Okay, and out of all the people that have taken your course, how many successful YouTubers have you spun out of it?
It's been up for 2 days.
Oh, okay.
It's been up for 2 days. But a lot of everyone there, you could ask them, I think they're watching right now, they're all really happy so far.
How do you think that if there's 1,000 people watching you and you produce 1,000 more streamers, how is there going to be enough viewers for every single person?
Not everybody will make it. That's obvious.
Okay,
that's the marketplace.
sure, that's great. But okay,
Winners
so
win,
why are you
losers
saying
lose.
now not everybody will make it, but earlier you were saying everybody can make it?
I agree entirely. But again, it's not that everybody will, it's that everyone can. And even of those people that try, most people don't have the staying power to be able to do it. It is quite a lot of effort to be a streamer. It's quite a lot of effort. So it's not something that you can just do easily. All right, let's continue.
You can, not everybody will.
Okay.
How is that hard to comprehend? And I always said the same argument. I think it's really dumb. Everybody can get it, but most people will fail.
Yeah,
Which
the
one-
problem is that you're obfuscating with that language. You're not selling reality to your audience, because reality is anybody could, sure, but that anybody could is 1%. The other 99% are going to fail. That's what that means. So instead of talking about how people can get cars, houses, and bitches, why not focus on the things that actually give like spiritual fulfillment to people's lives?
God. I had young Don on my stream and we were.
How are you going to talk? Hold on. Why would you even have God in your mouth while you're talking about fucking 20 women at the same time? That's not a congruent lifestyle.
To you, but in Islam you can have 4 wives. So I mean,
Are you Islamic? Hold on. Did you say God or Allah? I'm sorry. Maybe I misheard you.
Those words mean the same thing, Destiny.
Can I just
Those words
clarify
are-
something?
Wait, no, hold on. Wait, what do I need to clarify? I don't know how you want to pretend to talk about God, and then in the other breath you're talking about fucking 20 women. It doesn't work that way.
In Islam you can have 4 wives. I want to.
You're not Islamic, and you didn't say 4 earlier. And I don't. And even in Islam,
Not any religion.
True. That's not, hold on, guys. It's not true that you can just have 20 wives in Islam or whatever. First off, hold on. The Prophet would only take orphans or widows as his extra wives, and that's where the example came from. And even then, they strongly discourage Muslims from doing that because Allah says that you can't love each woman equally. So they say don't do it. So this whole thing that people turn towards Islam is people who don't actually study the religion or know anything about it. So I just wanted to make that quick
and even if they did, that's 4 wives, not 4 bitches that you kick out and then fuck new ones the next day.
You know what I think the difference is between me and you is that you've had a lot of people who are coping and accepting and like, okay, accept complacency. I think there's a divide in the internet now for people who are ambitious and people who are complacent. Destiny, I think your audience is full of complacent people. People are like, I can't get rich. This is a pyramid scheme. This is a scam. This is bad. I'm going to put on a mask. And then my people are like, bro, I want to go get it. So you can pick one. Yeah, not everybody will make it, but you can make it if you apply yourself. It's that simple.
Your path is the path of complacency. Your path is the path of spiritual and psychological weakness, right?
Okay. Now we're just attaching value judgments to things, right? But I do like that they're very different, right? Like Sneako and Destiny are very different, but okay. I actually think that the truth is between these two things. So here's the deal, okay? As a man, if you want to be successful, you're going to need to build yourself. You're going to need to develop yourself. And Sneako is like, again, because he's not that smart, he doesn't understand that there's levels to this improvement, right? He doesn't understand that A goes to B, then B goes to C, and C is the result you're looking for, right? But you have to go through step B. He says go from A to C. So he's saying, just trade crypto and make an e-commerce business and you'll get rich. Like, no. But here is what would make it more likely for your crypto and e-commerce business to succeed. You go to university for accounting or, for business, right? You go to a business university, a business school. You learn the ins and outs of business. And then with that knowledge, you are superior to your competition. And then using that knowledge, you can do e-commerce, you can do trading crypto, etc. And you can understand why the strategies that you're using are going to beat your competition. And then you can have the success you want. Or, for example, you can, let's say, learn a martial art or something, and then with those skills that you've learned, you can now start a YouTube channel because your abilities in martial arts are superior. You can then have a successful YouTube channel, right? You know, improving iteratively, etc. In my case, I understand the way the world works, and I'm, you know, obviously well-spoken, and I don't stutter much. So I can tell the truth to people and speak like truth and rationality and, you know, how you should actually be thinking about reality and the strategies you should use. And that provides value to people. And that is also going to lead to a successful YouTube channel. I mean, it already has in about a year, and just imagine in 2 or 3. So again, it's not something you can just get quickly. Like, the thoughts that I have in my head, I have because I've read so many books, I'm educated, etc. Right? You can't just be a random guy at 14 years old and talk like me. Impossible, right? There needs to be some level of self-development, self-improvement. There needs to be some level of superiority over the average man first, right? I think that's what Destiny's getting at. So again, like, it's not a good idea to preach to your audience complacency, because complacency is terrible, right? But if you compete, if you improve, if you defeat your competition, then you will be successful. But it doesn't happen fast. It happens slowly. And anybody who's going to try to tell you that it happens fast is selling you something, like Sneako is.
Right? Because you're complacent to hustle culture, right?
Right.
Because if you were talking to people and you wanted to make and build real men, you'd be telling people either 1, go to school, get a fucking education so you can get a real job, or 2, at least go and do a trade. Or if you really want to start a business, find some shit that you can offer that other people are willing to pay you money for because you can do it better for somebody else. Not fucking e-commerce. Not spamming affiliate links on some... let me finish. Not spamming affiliate links on some fucking blog so that some dude gets tricked on clicking on it from a fucking Instagram ad. Okay? When you talk about complacency, opening up 50 million TikTok videos and seeing people bragging about their 7 cars, well, these guys are probably crying themselves to sleep at night because they don't have a single person that loves them in the entire fucking world. That's the complacent path. And that's the path of weakness. It's literally, if you're going to talk about religious shit, that is literally the temptation of the devil. Flashing you like flashy shit and try to say, if you go and buy this, if you get that, if you've got this many women like you, that's the path to happiness. Come on, man.
That's not what I'm saying.
Again, like, putting a value judgment, a moralistic judgment on this kind of stuff, I don't actually think is the correct way to go, Destiny. But I can see where he's arguing from, right? Destiny thinks that he's a good Christian, and so by being a good Christian, he's telling people how to be good Christians and, you know, not seek, like, you know, the 7 sins, the 7 deadly sins, basically. I get where he's coming from. I just don't think you should encourage complacency in your viewers, but I do agree with Destiny that you should get an education to get a good job. And then once you have the good job and a stable base, then you can start a side business. That's the way to go, in my opinion, right? Because you have a pretty safe future set out for yourself. And then once you have that safe future, then you can seek even more, right? I think that's a very intelligent way to go about things.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I want that. I want all that stuff. Not that it's going to make me happy, but I want the capability to do whatever I want. I want to be rich enough so I can do that if I want to. That doesn't mean you're going to be happy. You need to be happy by, like, all the stuff that we all know. Family, close friends, being a good person. But I don't want anybody to hold me back. And see, people who watch your stuff, they're going to see videos of, like, cars and mansions and be like, I'm never going to have it. And then the people who watch my stuff, they're like, bro, damn, I want to go get that. So you can choose to cry and see, like, this is a scam, this hurts feelings, or like, bro, how do I get it? I want to talk to that guy and learn what he learned.
You don't spend any time on your channel talking about those other things like family, close friends, being a good person? Because I know, because I've watched some of your content. I've never heard you talk about like these are things. Okay, I'm sorry. Do you have a lot of videos where you talk about this is how you be a really good friend? This is how you be a good person? Or is it obsessing over material possessions 99% of the time? If I were to ask your audience, what is Sneako?
Obvious, Destiny.
What?
Being a good person is not something I need to explain.
This is what I mean when I'm telling you that you are unfulfilled and you don't know what you're talking about. No, hold on. Just by you.
Okay, this is like ridiculous, right? Like, obviously Sneako's channel has that stuff because it's flashy and people click on it because Sneako's trying to make money. So it's ridiculous, right? Like, the Destiny's attacking him for, you know, not having videos about how to be a good friend and shit like that. That's like, again, there are more important things to focus on for somebody trying to do an online business than such a video, right?
Saying by you saying being a good person is easy, that's not true. Being a good person requires more work than starting your own business. Being a good person requires more work than getting lucky on some shit coin. Okay.
So what do you think is being a good person, Destiny?
Being a good person means having honor, means being honest, it means doing the right thing when it's difficult to do it. It might mean being reliable for your friends. It might mean having a job or providing for a family. Being a good person can mean a ton of different things in a ton of different contexts.
So what he's saying is the traditional chivalrous script that men have been taught in the West, right? That's being a good person. And if you don't do those things, you're a bad person, right? That's the implication. And again, if that is all that you aspire to, you're going to end up miserable, alone, divorced, and with your children turned against you in the West, unfortunately. That's the sad reality that Destiny won't explain to you.
Knows what you said. Everybody knows that.
Not everybody does. Do you think most people are good people? Do you think that we have guidance in society right now to be good people? Or do you think that most of it is trying to tell us how to open a Robinhood account to look for the right penny stock to get rich on?
Neither.
There's a lot of distractions for sure, but it's not, bro.
This is the distraction. I'm telling you that you are the distraction from being a good person right now.
I'm distracting.
No, neither. Society right now does neither of those two things. It doesn't encourage people to be ruthless capitalists. It doesn't encourage people to be good people. Neither. It does the third thing, which is to encourage everyone to be a good person by worshipping women. That is what society currently does. Women are sugar spice and everything nice. Just step up, man up and marry those garden tools. You know, just let women do whatever they want, carte blanche. You know, say whatever women want you to say, do whatever women want you to do, men are defective women. That is the current societal script. It's not either of those two things that Destiny stated. Neither.
I'm a bad person and I'm encouraging bad people.
Yeah, no, you're encouraging bad behavior. By telling people that the path to happiness is lined with Bugattis, mansions, and bitches.
How are you saying that that's my bad? That's not what I'm saying.
Because that's what you talk about. Listen to what your desires are. You're trying to pretend.
You get triggered by stuff like that.
I'm not triggered at all, dude. I know what the path to happiness is. I'm not out here.
I've never said that you need to like have a Bugatti and like the material objects. Actually, I'm very anti-materialistic.
You are the most materialistic. You're literally telling Abba, like, you're saying, I see apartments and I want to own that. I want to get that. I want to own that. What do you mean? Why do you need to own that?
It's gonna make me happy. I want the cape. I want to be the master of my own universe. I don't want to be held back by anything like, oh, that's the person's better than me. No, I want to be the best person I can be and be able to buy whatever I want.
You're saying you want to be the master of your own.
To get it.
You're saying you want to be the master of your own universe, but when you walk down a street and you look at buildings, those buildings own you. Do you understand that? Your whole drive in life is material. That's what's driving you. How are you the master of your own universe when you see something flashy and that's what's pushing you to earn more money, to open more e-commerce shops?
That's not just it. It's not materialism. It's also just the relationships and the way people are. People are distracted by Kim Kardashian, by Instagram, by TikTok.
Yeah, you're the male Kim Kardashian. That's the whole point.
I'm the male.
I don't think he's the male Kim Kardashian, and I think Destiny is purposely saying that in order to get a rise out of Sneako. Although I can agree with the statement that once you own something, it owns you because you're responsible for it. But I don't know if that's necessarily a bad thing, right? Like, family is much the same, right? Once you have a family, it owns you, right? Because you have to take care of it, right? So again, I think that's inherently masculine. So I don't see that necessarily as a bad thing, right? Now, of course, If you are materialistic to the detriment of everything else in your life, sure, I can see how that would be a negative, and I can see how Destiny would be saying that that's not spiritually fulfilling. But I don't think most people are there, right? I don't think most people think that, you know, I'm just going to get that money and screw everything else. Okay, maybe at one phase in their life, but, you know, not the whole time. Like, getting a lot of money does require a lot of time and effort, so you can understand why such an attitude might be prevalent in a person that wants to make a lot of money, right?
Kim Kardashian.
Yes. Telling people that they need to, you got to start a business, you got to do e-commerce, you got to get 20 girls, you got to get the cars, you got to get the buildings.
If you think that telling people to go get it and to hustle is being the male Kim Kardashian, then we just fundamentally disagree on life.
What's the difference?
That Kim Kardashian is encouraging, like, you get famous for nothing, to be a thought, to just put on makeup and say nothing and you could be famous. I'm encouraging people to be the best version of themselves.
Okay, be famous for nothing and being a thought. The male equivalent to that is saying, try to make a YouTube channel and be funny and trade crypto. It's the same thing, but for men. How do you not see that?
That's not the same thing. That's adding value to the world. And
You're not adding value to the world by buying.
Honestly, if that's what Sneako is about, that's kind of hilarious. Yeah. Okay. Let me give you a prescription, guys. Okay. So just make a YouTube channel and sell crypto. That's hilarious. No. So you need to work on every aspect of yourself. You need to go to the gym, or, you know, do some kind of martial art regularly. You need to have an education so that you can have a good job. So when I say good job, I mean accountant, pharmacist, engineer, lawyer. Did I say doctor already? Did I say pharmacist? Programmer, architect. There's a lot of good jobs. You choose one. And then from that point, you start your own side business, right? And so you have your main business, like your main job in your side business, and then eventually you work on making your side business, you know, you work on scaling it up. And I think YouTube channel is actually a good side business. And then also on top of all of this, you need to work on improving your charisma and increasing your end count in order to understand female nature, so that you can then choose a good girl to marry, right? And I don't actually suggest that you marry a girl in the West. I suggest you change countries and marry there. Even if you want a Western girl, you'll have to take that girl out of the West if you want to marry her. So you see, that is not the same as, you know, making a YouTube channel and selling crypto. That's, and I think that's, oh, and did I mention also that you should work on expanding your mind by reading lots of books, fiction and non-fiction? I actually don't think that fiction books are useless. You just need to choose good fiction books. Try reading the classics. You'll learn a lot about real life ironically, from fiction. Okay, anyway. That's my opinion. You can like try doing that or not. Also, I believe in being multilingual. I believe in playing multiple musical instruments as well. I believe in being good at multiple sports as well. You don't need to be like a professional athlete. That's not what I'm saying. But again, being skilled in multiple areas, I think is variety is the spice of life, right? But not only that, it will develop your brain in so many ways that you'll be able to enjoy life in many different areas, right?
Buying and selling crypto? You're adding value to the world by making yourself a better person.
Look, you're getting really triggered by the crypto thing.
I'm not triggered at all. I don't know why you keep saying that.
Value to the world. It's bigger than crypto. It's adding value. A lot of people like get complacent and they go type essays and they go whine about other people's money. And I'm saying you need to add value. My way of adding value is being funny, is entertaining and talking on stream all the time. And I have a couple businesses. That's what I know how to do. Not everybody's going to do exactly what I do, but I'm telling people to be the best version of themselves.
Yeah, but you're not telling people to be the best versions of themselves by exploring and expanding on their own talents and exploring and expanding on their own personal relationships. You're telling them that the best version of themselves is some version of person that can buy houses, cars, and have 20 girls fucking them. You said at the beginning of the conversation that if you're a good person, you're going to have a business and you're going to have a lot of girls after you. That's what you said, right? That's how you know.
That's true, but again, those are lagging indicators of success, right? Having a successful business and many women that want to sleep with you is just a man that is attractive has those options, right? And it's like, I would argue that every man that's successful has those options. Again, how he chooses to capitalize on those options is up to him, right? He could choose to capitalize on those options by sleeping with all of them. He could choose to capitalize on those options by, dating one and having a monogamous girlfriend. He could have a wife. He could, like, again, the point is you become a superior man so that you can maximize your biological options, so that from those maximal options you can then choose the best one for you, right? That's my opinion anyway, right? So, but I think every man needs to go through that phase of their life where they're sleeping with multiple girls, and the reason is not to increase your notch count or whatever. The reason is actually to understand female nature, so that you understand the pitfalls you can fall into without as much risk, right? Because if you go right into a monogamous relationship, right into a marriage, you don't understand the pitfalls you can fall into, but you've already committed hard into that direction, right? It's a far too committal a line for that early period in your life.
If you're a good person, or you tell me, how do you know if you're a good person? Because earlier you said you know you're a good person when you've got houses, cars, and girls.
That's what bots think. That's what bots think when they see my content and other like male self-improvement content. They're like, these guys just care about cars. It's not that. The red pill is not just about women. It's about knowing and understanding the truth of the world and acting accordingly, so that you don't fall into the trap that a lot of people fall into.
What is this?
Scared of everything that the government tells us to be scared
of. No. That man, Sneako just doesn't understand what the red pill is about. Like, he's like, understand the truth of the world so that you cannot follow what the government tells you. Like, what? Like, Sneako, you need to go and read Rollo's books, because you don't actually understand what's going on here. You don't understand, like, what the red pill is at all. Okay.
Did you tell me earlier, did you say, I asked you, how do you know if you're a good person? And you said a good person is somebody that can buy houses, cars, and get a lot of women. Did you not say that?
A good person is a wholesome person who does the right thing. The same stuff that you have. Has good friends, is good to their family.
Okay, I'm glad you got, cool. I'm glad I got you to come around on that now. So a good person isn't somebody.
On that, that's what I've always believed. And I say that all the time. I talk about God on my stream.
How do you, okay, well, let's do this, okay? How do you have God on your stream while you're talking about so many different women? How is that God-like? How do you expect, let's say that you do that. Let's say somebody gets your lifestyle, okay? And you get your 20 women up to your 25, 26, 27 years old. How are you just going to flip that off and then go and find one woman when that's what you've been putting out in the world?
Because women could fall in, women don't care. You could have 20 women. Like,
you don't think women care? The type of woman that, do you know which type of women don't care? It's the same type of women that you make fun of. It's going to be the Kim Kardashian clones.
No, that's not. Again, he doesn't understand. The Destiny's argument now is nawalt, right? Not all women are like that. There are good girls out there. Okay, sure, maybe 1 out of 1,000 are good like that, but they've been corrupted by the culture. And even if they are good, right? They can still divorce you, take half your stuff, take alimony, child support, take the children, and turn the children against you, and turn your entire friend group and extended family against you as well. They can still do that. So, I don't know. Like, the West is a little bit broken nowadays. Okay, we're going to end the video there. So again, thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, liking the content, please hit the sub, hit all for notifications. If you'd like to support me, I do have a Patreon with exclusive content. It's patreon.com/theheliosblog. Just go there and subscribe to any tier. Any level of support is appreciated. All right. Again, thank you for taking the time out of your busy day, especially if you took the time to listen to the end of the video. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.